I love the guarantee that when I leave my apartment, it smells more or less the same as when I left it.
When you walk out of your room, you didn't have to smell the terrible smell of smoke, and I didn't cough, and anytime you're around secondhand smoke, it kind of get bad.
Not only am I a really clean person, but strong odors have always bothered me, but I also was diagnosed with asthma at a very early age, and so it's a huge health issue for me. When I'm looking for places to live, asking if they're smoke-free is one of the very first questions that I ask, because I literally can't live anywhere else.
A lot of people here do have breathing problems, and some of them are even on oxygen, and if they had to smell the smoke, that they would not want to even be here.
If I was to speak to another property manager about going smoke-free, the biggest thing would be the cost. It's not nearly as expensive to turn a unit, and then the positive reactions that we get from all the residents about living in a smoke-free environment.
I mean, there's a huge financial gain to having your apartments not to be turned over with smoke-ridden appliances and fixtures.
When you switch over from being a smoking facility to a smoke-free facility, you might have a few hiccups at first or some complaints, but the overall quality of life, the health factors, the financial factors that play into this are going to pay dividends in the long run. You're going to have people stay longer, you're going to have more residents come initially because of that policy, and then you're going to save money in the long run because it takes less money to flip that unit for that next resident.
We actually just recently had a tenant that moved out. She previously smoked in her apartment. She had to adopt the no smoking policy. And then when she finally moved out, when we had to turn that unit and the unit next to her, it was so bad inside of her unit and the adjoined unit that it cost us between $7,000 and $8,000 to turn both of those units, which is way more than we would normally spend. We had to hire professional companies to come out and professionally clean the HVAC units and scrape the walls and kills the walls and replace all of the carpet. It was a huge mess.
We found a 70% savings in turning over apartments that didn't have smokers in it. That's just a huge win, and I don't know what company couldn't want to see that savings.
I think that our tenants are staying longer. We're getting residents who are new residents and deciding to stay with us for quite a long time because we're smoke-free versus ones who live in a smoking property and want to move to a place that isn't already having that policy.
You don't have somebody wanting to get out just because their neighbors are smoking. You don't have somebody wanting to leave the apartment complex because every time they go out they see cigarette butts on the ground. They want to live around healthier people. So there is great resident retention in going smoke-free.
These apartments really understand my situation, where I'm coming from, and it's perfect. It's a perfect fit, and I'm hoping that more people, as time goes on, are looking for a smoke-free place to live.
They want us to be healthy. We're getting older, we need to live in a place where we have healthy things around us, and smoking's not healthy, so I think they care about us enough to not have us smoking here.